So I've been my whole life, well not most of my life, but like for the past 6 years, I've been living next to this plant currently, and I've had to constantly like drive by to like either get to the freeway or just like go to my favorite place to eat. But I mean, every time I pass by it, like I always see people protesting it, like they're praying or they just like have their their petition signs and like have their like pictures of a baby of the fetus of a baby. And so me, like the way I look at it, or yeah, just basically the way I look at it is like from my own perspective, the way that I was also, or just basically the way I know is that I know that abortion's wrong, and it just gets me thinking of how like how hard which is it just gets me thinking about the whole subject, my and it just also gets me thinking about my mom who's pregnant right now. She's gonna have her fourth child, and for her age, it's kind of like it's risky, but just she was able to go through with it. And, I mean, she's fine, but you know yeah. Basically, today I want to talk about abortion. I'm gonna talk about three things that I like to explain about or just talk about, which is a religious point of view, which is my religion, the way I view it from my religion. Basically how life starts at conception, and the third thing would be on how abortion is unsafe, and just like some statistics and some information about this. So before I start, I'd like to give people that may not know really what abortion is. It's like abortion is the deliberate termination of a human pregnancy, most often performed during the first 28 weeks of pregnancy. So basically it says right there, it's like the termination of a human pregnancy. One of the procedures that goes on during abortion, or the most common procedure, is dilation and evacuation, which is a surgical procedure most commonly performed for abortion. So 24 hours before this, they have to insert a laminaria, which is like kelp, which is folded into a tube inside your cervix. Also, on the day of the procedure, they give you numbing medication, and then they insert a cannula, which is a long tube, inside to begin removing any tissue away from the lining, so that way they can insert like a suction thing to remove the baby out. Okay, now that I've given you a little bit insight of abortion, my first reason I like to talk about would be how it offends God and the way my religion is. So basically, like the Catholic Church, they're against abortion to the fact that it's killing a life. It's killing a human being because it's already living, and so we believe that basically when the baby inside a woman's stomach it's living, it's life. It's the fact that Jesus was like born out of the Virgin Mary, who was in her stomach, and there's a story about how when Mary went to visit her cousin Mary, also her baby inside, who was Mary's cousin, who also had a baby. Her baby leaped inside her womb due to the fact that he was in the presence of Jesus. So just like they go that that's one of the stories that's really because for a baby to know for let's say a fetus in this term, to know that they're in the presence of Jesus, for the baby to move, it's a big thing. And just another thing I like to talk about would be it's that life starts at conception. An abort and abort73.com. It states that every life begins at conception. This is an irrefutable fact of biology. When considered alongside the laws of biogenesis, it's it states that every species is reproduced by its own kind. This is a scientific fact. An organism exists after conception that did not exist before conception without being created. So just like that, there wouldn't be life if it wasn't created. Which happens to the whole process of sex and fertilization, or the sperm and egg binding during fertilization. So now that I've talked about that, another thing would be, or my last thing would be how abortion is unsafe. In unchoice.org, after abortion, women are 3 times more likely to die over the next year of abortion, which is it's a risk that abortion after the procedure after abortion. Another risk after, or just like another effect after, is 31% of women suffer health complications immediate potentially, which is like life-threatening complications such like hemorrhage, shock infection, and anesthesia complication, and much more. Another thing is 65% of women report symptoms of post traumatized stress, and there's also a higher risk of future infertility, or stillbirths or miscarriages, and premature births. And another risk is 65% risk of there's also another 65% of clinical depression after abortion, which is just basically another side effect. There's also a 6-time higher suicide rate, and 60% women after who have had an abortion, 60% say that they felt like part of them died. So now that I've talked about these 3 things, I would like to talk about other options that can be taken instead of abortion. The first one would be parenting, basically. I know it's a hard thing. My cousin who just recently had a baby, she was the type of person that you would consider as a parent. It's the fact that she was always out drinking and smoking, and just like when she found out she was pregnant, that basically that changed her life. I see her now and she's living healthier. She stopped drinking, stopped smoking. Just the way she changed her life was like huge to the fact of what's inside her. And so I'm saying that it's hard, but I mean it's not impossible. And I mean like for my cousin to do like that, drastic change, or drastic lifestyle change because of her baby inside, that's huge. Another option would be foster care. You can put the baby up for adoption, or just foster care while you have give them more time to think. If you really want to have a baby, if not, then you can give it up for adoption, or just like if you do end up wanting to have that child, you can get your child back. Another thing would be just don't have sex yet. It's probably hard to say to 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, or 19-year-olds. But I mean, that's another option. Today I talked about how about main things about abortion, and how it offends God, how life starts at conception, and how abortion is unsafe. And I hope that I've given you something to think about.
Shelley?
I thought she had a pretty good personal intro.
thought maybe a little bit more stories to prove the dangers of it. And I like to have the alternatives at the end. I thought that was nice. Yep, I feel like you just needed just a little more examples on how it was wrong in more of the like danger part of it.
Yeah, I think delivery is a little bit problematic. There's a lot of reading. You talk down. You sort of look at the floor. You do look up at us occasionally, but there's not a lot of energy in your presentation. It doesn't feel very vibrant, and I think you need to do something about that. The moral point of view, you justify primarily with the religious foundation that you have, and while I think that that would be a good component in a moral argument, you're probably going to have to broaden it for a variety of people in an audience. I may not always share the same perspective that you have there. I think there are other moral qualms that could be brought up as well. Your description of the process, usually when people include a description of the process, is to create a negative visualization. Yours was so clinical, I'm not sure it accomplishes much. As a consequence, I'm not sure that it's going to do any persuading. I need some sourcing on a couple of things. You know, you have 3 times greater chance of dying after an abortion than you do otherwise. That's a pretty impressive statistic. Where did it come from? What's it based on? You know, that sort of thing. 65% of women who have abortions have some kind of PTSD. Same sort of thing. Let's make that argument a little stronger. All right, I'm going to stop there.